Okay, the second part of this question, or of this problem rather, is how many grams of aluminum would be needed to produce 5 grams of aluminum chloride. So automatically we see grams here, so we know that we're going to be going, using this, we're going to be going from grams to moles and then to grams. So let me write that out. Maybe this will help. Grams to moles and then to grams. Because we have to get this in moles, specifically because our chemical equation that is going to give us the clue, that is giving us the hints, rather, or the information, analytical information to determine, to calculate this, is in moles. Again, we have 2 moles of aluminum that produces 2 moles of aluminum chloride. And we know that based off of this equation that 3 moles of chloride produces 2 moles of aluminum chloride. Okay, so our starting material is aluminum chloride, and we know that we have 5 grams of aluminum chloride. So we're going to start with that. Okay, so we have grams here, times, and we're trying to get this in moles so that we can begin referencing this information and relating them to each other. So we know this is going to give us 1 mole of AC3. Now, to get moles, to change any grams of a substance to moles, we put it over that compound's molecular mass, right? Or molecular weight. Let's see what we've determined that to be. We've determined that to be 133.35 grams AlCl3. Now, again, as I told you tonight, writing it out this way is going to be a pain because it takes time. But if you write it out this way, it's very easy for you to identify what's being canceled out. We know that grams divided by grams is going to cancel out. So that cancels. Right? And so now we're left with 5 times 1 divided by 1,335. Okay? And that gives us 0.0375 moles of aluminum chloride. Okay, so now that we have this in moles, we can then relate it back to this equation. Now let's go back and revisit the question. It says how many grams of aluminum would be needed to produce 5 grams of aluminum chloride. This number represents our 5 grams of aluminum chloride that has been converted into moles. And so now looking at this equation, we see per coefficient, which is this number that always resides in front, that 2 moles of aluminum will give us 2 moles of aluminum chloride. So all we have to do is relate this amount back to here to this equation. So let's do that now. So this is step 1. Step 2 is 0.0375 moles of AlCl3 times, and we always want to go back here. We want to make sure that our units are the same. Here we have moles of AlCl3. So in order to get that canceled out, we have to start down here with this. So here we have 2 mole AlCl3 to the 2 moles of Al, right? And anything, when you have this, so now we have 0.0375 times 2 divided by 2, or, you know, anything over itself is 1, so 2 over 2 is 1, so then we just have the 0.0375 moles of aluminum. Step 3, would be converting this to grams, right? Which will be our final step. So 0.0375 moles of aluminum. Sorry, I'm kind of running out of space here. And we know that 1 mole of aluminum would be the molecular weight of it. And aluminum is 27 grams. Okay. So let's see what we get. 0.0375 times 27. And we get, I'm going to round it to 1, since we started out with 1 significant figure. If you see that, we started out with 5 grams. That's 1 significant figure. I'm going to round to 1 significant figure, so we have 1 gram of aluminum is needed to produce 5 grams of aluminum chloride. There we have it.